Throughout my late 20s and into my 30s, I found myself completely obsessed with philosophy, which I ultimately found unsatisfying once I became aware of my own intuitively conspicuous leanings towards a more empirical approach to life's big questions. My career here on YouTube these past 16 plus years has been a function of that awareness. What I was unaware of until very recently were the monumental leaps forward made in the last quarter century by a number of professional philosophers, such as Alvin Plantinga, Richard Swinburne, Josh Rasmussen, and William Lane Craig. Somewhat shamefully, I must admit to being unconditionally ignorant of the quantum leap such thinkers have invented since, in terms of our ability to say things and rigidly assert, with or without applicable warrant. Thus, I come to you today to announce my departure from atheism and my intention to rejoin the various theistic communities I've been mocking here on YouTube for nearly 2 decades. I know this will come as a shock to many of you. Many of you will undoubtedly be disappointed in me. But I'm hoping you'll take the next few minutes to hear me out so that you can understand my reasoning, whether or not you ultimately agree. The peer-reviewed paper published in the Semi-National Journal of Religious Philosophy, which caused this paradigm shift in my own thinking, is called Cognitive Retro-Encabulation of the Philotheistic Dialectic and its Restructurative Transcendence of Omni-Atheological Objection. It's co-authored by Plantinga, Swinburne, Rasmussen, and Craig. The paper demonstrates how the use of a cognitive retroencabulator can be actualized in conjunction with prefamulated ratiological phase detractors to make verbalistic promulgation impregnable. This then provides definitive and incontroversial defeaters to the arguments employed by the likes of Dawkins, Harris, Hitchens, and Dennett, which rely heavily on the panendermic capacitive reluctance of those insisting on evidential depleneration for theistic trilateral phased encabulation of causally finite regressions of the space-time coefficient and the collapse of the wave function. This understanding makes it possible to transcend both the cosmotheistic and sinusoidal depleneration of more traditional theodicies, which refer only to macroscopic transubstantialism, especially those relying on Cartesian-modial interaction, which is syncretically vulnerable to the kind of ambiphasian cognitivism Descartes himself rejected, even without embracing reformed epistemology. Philosophical and theological arguments thus become immune to both tremie-pipe side-fumbling and capacitive diractance, as well as Leggett's inequality, even from those insisting on an evidentialistic post-famulated high Christology. Defeaters to all detractification can then be instantiated simply by the verbistic assertion of the verbositor, wholly without regard to any kind of hydrenic or Marcelvian justification. This elevates verbosity beyond immediate and eventual reproachification, even in the face of a total dearth of evidentially confirmative differentials. The efficiency of this cognitive retroencabulation can be exponentially represented if the verbositor has access to a turbo-encabulator and has experienced multi-annual institutionalization within a logarithmic casing, often referred to as an university. This efficiency can then also be doubled and even quadrupled by the unilateral optophase detraction caused by a wall of books or the wearing of tweed. To put this simply, the cognitive retroencabulator can transform mere claims into factoidally robust prohibitrators of skepticular anxietization. Assertions made by properly basic and fully credentialed verbositors are thus definoptically veracitive, presuppositionally, even in the face of epistemic malification. Of course, this effect is proscriptively secured by the semi-boloid slots of the receiver's emotionatic preferentialism, predispositionally embraced with or without encabulation. Obviously, this makes God's existification not just axiomatic, but restantious, on both the spermatic and ototoidal planes, ontologically, revealing Einstein's equations to be refractively obvious to anyone with half a brain. Which is why I can no longer call myself an atheist. My prevoracious demands for evidence of the supernatural realm and the supernatural claims made within the various holy books must yield in light of these new arguments, which demonstrate the superioidal and demnificalcitrance of philosophy, argumentation, and the dialectic, which not only denecessitates all evidentiary quantifiers, but thoroughly premambifates them, precondigiously once you think about it for a moment. If you have questifications, please leave them in the comments below, and I will retransificate as time permits. Once again, I'm me. Thanks for watching. Hey gang, thanks again for watching. If you like that, make sure to like and subscribe. And hit that bell to get sanctified. Heck, while you're at it, why not leave a comment for the almighty algorithm section? Of course, if you really liked what you saw here, why not become a patron over on Patreon, where you'll get these videos up to a month early and completely uncensored, you motherfuckers! Of course, you'll also get blessings, thoughts and prayers, the magification of your underwear, multiple opportunities to make a first impression, and front row seats to the apocalypse. So go now to patreon.com/Mr. Deity. To my patron posse and everyone helping out in whatever way, especially you, Data Jack, thank you, 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 thank you. And I'll see you real soon with yet another spectacular video. I don't know how I'm doing it. No, wait, of course I do. I'm doing it with the help of my patrons. I don't know what I would do without them. I literally have no other skills. Though I guess I could sell my body to the night, but again, my name's not Roxanne, so... also, I'm a bit of a demisexual, so I need some kind of emotional connection first. Maybe we could have dinner, maybe watch a movie, we could hold hands, maybe cuddle a bit first before we get to some gentle...